We have successfully copied files into HDFS. Let us see how to get metadata for the files stored in HDFS using HDFS FSCK command. As part of this topic, we will just see how to get the metadata. I will not be explaining you what is metadata all about. You might be able to understand few things, but it might not be very clear with respect to metadata as part of this topic. Just focus on understanding the command called as HDFS FSCK to get the metadata of the files. We have files copied under this location /user/itversity/retaildb in my case. We also have some sample large files copied under HDFS location public random text writer. We can use HDFS FSCK to actually get the file metadata. It is nothing but a special command under HDFS similar to DFS. You can see that FSCK is under HDFS directly. So the command is HDFS FSCK, not HDFS DFS FSCK. We will first see how to get metadata of these files and then try to interpret it in subsequent topics. HDFS stands for Hadoop Distributed File System. It means files are copied in distributed fashion. So if you try to look for a file with the name using which we have copied on the underlying file system, you will not find anything with those file names. They are actually copied with a specific file naming convention that is designed as per the HDFS standards. Our cluster have master nodes and worker nodes, and the data will be copied in the form of files on the worker nodes. All the files will be physically copied in the worker nodes where data node process is running. We'll cover this as part of the HDFS architecture. As a developer, don't worry too much about those details at this time. Here are the details about worker nodes along with corresponding private IPs in our cluster. We have 5 worker nodes in our cluster. These are the private IPs. These are the fully qualified names of our servers. These are short DNSs. Okay, so 102 is mapped to WN01, so and so forth. To get the help on FSCK, you can say HDFS FSCK-help like this. If you look at the syntax, the first argument is path. So you have to specify the path of the file or directory. And then you can actually use control arguments to get the information you are looking for. To get the metadata, you can ignore this list corrupt file blocks, move, delete, open for write, etc. and only focus on files, blocks, and locations. This is what is metadata all about with respect to files in HDFS. Now, you can actually say HDFS FSCK retail DB. We are passing the folder name. Let's specify the fully qualified path for this folder. It is nothing but user $user/retail DB, and you can run this. It will actually give us details about the folder. It will not give details about the files it contains and all except for the file count, etc. You can see the number of directories, number of files, and also average replication factor. We'll talk about replication factor at a later point in time, so and so forth. So with respect to the files in retail DB, it only gave how many directories we have, how many files we have, what is the replication factor, and also what is the size of the complete folder. It is approximately 10 MB. Now you can scroll down and you can actually add this additional control argument called as -files. It will give us the file names that exist under this folder. Now let us run this and compare the previous output with this output. If you look at the previous output, it contains only the size, directories, and files. It doesn't provide any other information. However, with respect to this -files, it not only gives the information which you have already seen, it also gives the name of the directories, files. You can see all the details here, and also size of each of these files that exist under retail DB. It provides the information in recursive fashion. However, it doesn't provide information about the block IDs associated with these files. A file will be divided into multiple blocks and those will be distributed across the nodes. It neither gives the details about the blocks nor about the locations. Now you can scroll down and you can add -blocks to get the block level information. For each and every file, there can be one or more blocks depending upon the size of the file. You will get all the information related to blocks using this command. You can run this and you should be able to see the results. This is the block ID and this is this is not the block ID. This entire thing is block ID, I guess. The main information is this one. Okay, the unique ID is this. It will be unique across all the files in HDFS. Each block will have a unique ID and this is what is block ID. There will be files with these names on the data nodes. To get the information about the data nodes where the blocks are, you can actually add one more control argument called as -locations. So files, blocks, and locations. This will actually give us the mapping between files, their corresponding blocks, and the locations. You can see the details now. For each and every file, it also provides on which node each of the copy exists. As the replication factor is 2, we have 2 copies of each block. We will get into those details when we talk about block size and replication factor subsequently. For now, just understand that when you see the output here, the average replication factor for this folder is 2. which means each file is multiplexed into 2 copies. When it comes to the HDFS, each block will be multiplexed or cloned into 2 copies, and you can see the corresponding IP address of the worker node on which this block exists. If you want to get the actual fully qualified name of the server, you can look at the mapping which is provided earlier as part of the content. 108 is for WN05. So whatever block I have selected here is on WN05. It is one of the copies of the block. We have 2 copies of this block, and 1 copy go to WN05. Another copy is on this IP address. To get the fully qualified name, again you can go to top. 102 is mapped to WN01. So 1 copy is on WN05, another copy is on WN01. So this is how you can actually get the metadata of your files, blocks, and their locations. The metadata of files is nothing but blocks and locations, and also permissions and so forth. We'll get into those details once again at a later point in time. For now, using HDFS FSCK command, we are able to get the metadata of our files. Now, if I scroll down further, we have larger dataset under public random text writer. I am picking one file, and let's get the metadata of this file. Let's run this. If you are using our labs, you should be able to run this command as well, and you should be able to see the output without making any changes. You can see the report here. The average block replication is 3, and hence there will be 3 copies of each and every block. The size of the file is approximately 1 GB and 5 MB. Let me see it. Is it 5 MB or more? It is actually 1 GB and approximately 25 MB. You can see the last block, it is approximately 25 MB. Others are all approximately 128 MB. You can see they're actually exactly 128 MB. So this is how a 1 GB plus 25 MB file is divided into 9 blocks, and you can find the locations of each of the blocks. This is how you should be able to get the metadata of our files. We should be able to interpret that, and we will be able to do so once we understand what is block, what is replication factor, so on and so forth, which will be covered as part of the subsequent topics. As long as you are comfortable with the purpose of the HDFS FSCK command, for now, you are good to go.